Hello, my name is Greg Coffin, PGA of America Master Professional and founder of Peak Performance Golf. I just want to take a moment today to introduce a great new training aid called the Perfect Swing Trainer. The Perfect Swing Trainer is a versatile tool that you can use both out on the range and also in the comfort of your home. The Perfect Swing Trainer is an easy-to-use tool that's designed specifically for lower body movement skill development. The Perfect Swing Trainer is fully customizable, like we mentioned before, both from a height standpoint and also a width standpoint. So how does the Perfect Swing Trainer work? It's real easy. Simply you walk into the trainer and then you need to position yourself correctly. What we're looking to do here is create an inch and a half gap from the trail hip and that's back part of the bar. And also with the front part of the bar, we're trying to create that same type of gap, that inch and a half gap. So when we get set up right in here, we can also tilt the curved part of the bar here. We can actually tilt that to match how our pelvis is tilted at address. So once we get set up correctly, now it's time to start to train how our lower body moves or how our pelvis moves on a 3-point basis. So during the backswing, one of the most common mistakes that we see with a lot of golfers is they create a lot of lateral movement. And if I start to create this lateral movement, you'll notice I'm bumping up into the trainer. What we're trying to do is avoid any type of bumping up into the trainer during the backswing. So what we're trying to accomplish is a very solid or stable trail knee and some internal trail hip rotation to be able to actually pivot in the backswing and be able to get loaded into that trail side during the backswing. So you'll notice right here, I'm rotating, I'm maintaining those gaps. I'm in a good solid position to start working on my forward motion going through the golf ball. So the Perfect Swing Trainer also helps with the development of our lower body motion, our pelvis motion during the forward swing. So if we've made that nice pivot coming back like we discussed earlier, now what we're looking to have happen right here is to actually have some lateral motion and some opening or clearing of the hips during the forward swing. So you can see right in here, if I get set up correctly, I make my pivot coming back, I'm looking to create that lateral motion and being able to finish with my weight over top of my lead leg. You can see how my pelvis is moved up against the swing trainer now. So I make my pivot coming back, I work on that separation of that lower body starting forward. You can see how I'm kind of stretching that hip and opening that hip up to be able to rotate through where we end up finishing up against the bar. So during the swinging motion, basically we tend to see a lot of golfers a lot of times, well, they'll swing up to the top of their backswing, and then when they start forward, their hips move forward right here. We end up bumping up into the bar. That's called an early extension swing fault. And what we're looking to do here as we train our pelvis motion, we make that nice backswing, we're working on that rotation, coming through. We're trying to allow that pelvis to be able to rotate, finish where we don't move forward into this bar at all. So you can see here I'm pivoted back, I'm working on that rotation of the pelvis during the forward swing, and I'm not bumping up into the front part of the swing trainer at all. So one of the nice things about the Perfect Swing Trainer, you can actually hit golf balls with it to provide feedback while you're actually swinging a golf club. What we mentioned before, we talked about developing that pivot motion during the backswing. We talked about that lateral movement and that rotational movement during the forward swing, and also making sure that we don't move forward or early extend. So we can kind of put that into play by hitting golf shots and just provide a little bit of feedback like we mentioned before. So looks like this here. I get myself into a good position to begin with. Now I'm working on that centered turn. You can see I made my follow through where I'm finishing up against the front part of the bar. So great tool to develop that pelvic motion. Again, working on that pivot in the backswing, working on that rotational aspect during the forward swing, and you just sit there and you just keep making that move over and over again to train that perfect pelvis motion. The Perfect Swing Trainer is also a great tool to utilize around the greens. In this case, we're talking about our little chip shots and pitch shots from just off the green. What we'd like to do is take that lead leg, just place it up against the front side of the bar, and then build our stance from here. Our weight's going to be over on that front side. Now we're just looking to stay very stable when we hit these golf shots. Again, a great tool to develop lower body stability for your chip shots and pitch shots around the green. So the Perfect Swing Trainer is also a great tool for putting practice. When we putt, we're looking to keep that lower body very stable. We're also trying to be able to tilt forward right here from the hip joint. So by having that front edge of the bar in front of us here, we're able to kind of tilt over that front edge and also put ourselves in a position right now where we can keep that lower body very stable. So we're just kind of touching the front part of the bar. It also helps us with the path of our stroke too. By having that front edge of the bar out in front of us here, we can make sure that our hands are always working out in front of the lead edge of the Perfect Swing Trainer. So you'll notice I'm over the ball, I get set up, I'm keeping my lower body very steady, and I'm developing a very good path to my putting stroke.